The Book of Answers. Question 1. Why are there exceptions to every rule? Answer. We are all individual with individual paths that create our own rules. Question 2. Why do logic and reason fail to explain that which is true? Answer. There is no truth other than the one you accept. Question 3. What do you mean by saying there is no truth? Answer. Your current stage of existence has prevented you from obtaining the necessary knowledge required to comprehend that it is you that manifests truth, and therefore, until you find the means in coming to that realization, it will remain outside of your acceptance and understanding. Question 4. How do I change my existence and obtain the necessary knowledge? Answer. Understand that you are the creator of all things and begin to take positive action, positivity being the key to enlightenment. Question 5. Can an enlightened person become unenlightened again? Answer. Enlightenment is knowing that you have limitless senses. Therefore, that part cannot be lost but can be neglected and avoided, which will inevitably set you back. It is an ongoing journey to purify the self towards a path of pure virtue. It is not easy, and you will encounter many obstacles along the way that can slowly creep back, negativities trying to deter you from your true purpose. Endeavor to follow this guidance to help direct you and keep you on the right path. Once you have awoken and aware of this incredible gift, you will never want to return to your previous state of awareness. Question 6. Is the universe finite or infinite? Why does time exist? Answer. There is no beginning or end, as time is an illusion. Question 7. How do you then explain age and death? Answer. It is not for me to explain it. The quest, should you choose to accept it, is for you to seek the knowledge to understand it. The knowledge I give you lies at your fingertips. Question 8. How is it possible for life to be an illusion? Answer. Tests have revealed that on a quantum level, life is an illusion via the John Wheeler delayed choice experiment, and that reality does not exist if you are not looking at it. Our science has shown this. Our greatest minds and prophets have been telling us for thousands of years, and I have experienced this for myself. All that is now necessary to move forward is your acceptance. Question 9. Would you be able to tell if time had been altered in some way? Answer. Yes. The deeper you become good, dormant senses reactivate for you to see. Question 10. What should we look out for? Answer. It is similar to a glitch in the matrix of consciousness, déjà vu on a larger scale. Question 11. Why does anything exist? Answer. Nothing truly exists outside of your manifestation. Question 12. Why do I exist? Answer. Because you have chosen to. If you had a choice, would or would you not choose to? Your existence in your current form is for the sole purpose to heal yourself. By doing so, brings personal peace and world peace. Question 13. Who am I? Answer: whatever you choose to be. Question 14. Are we all one? Answer: there is no we, only you. There is no combined consciousness, just a single consciousness, you. Question 15. Why is the future unknowable? Answer: time, future, and past change with every thought and action taken now. Question 16. Are we in a matrix? Answer: we are in a consciousness-generated matrix, not a computer-generated one. Question 17. Isn't consciousness also a manifestation? Answer: yes, but I have found it to be the most logical and positive manifestation, which seems to be ingrained in nature and my current existence. Question 18. Why is there evil in the world? Answer: because there is evil in you. Your perception of evil is because you have the inability to understand its purpose. Question 19. What is the purpose of evil? Answer: nature's way to bring you back in balance with good, re-establishing an equilibrium. Question 20. Are you suggesting that all evil in the world is my doing? Answer: you are unaware that the world is your body, and therefore see it as an external element. Until you gain the knowledge and wisdom to accept this, you will constantly live in an existence where responsibility is someone else's. Every action has a chain reaction, a domino effect, or even the butterfly effect, the phenomena where a minute localized change in a complex system can have large effects elsewhere. For example, doing a negative action could be like the flap of a butterfly's wings. The time the action reaches another continent, it becomes a storm. In this case, it is the negative action that travels or expands. Question 21. Is Jesus really God? Answer: Jesus is your manifestation created to guide you. Therefore, your choice on what he is a result of what you currently require. Question 22. But did Jesus exist? Answer: existence consists of the moment rather than historically. Therefore, awareness constitutes existence. Basically, if something is in your consciousness, it must logically exist. Question 23. Describe God. Answer: God is an abbreviation of good. Good is within you. By becoming good, changes everything external to you to good or heaven. Question 24. What's going to happen to those people in the world who've never heard about Jesus Christ? Answer: that is your decision. Question 25. What about all the wars that are caused in the name of Christianity? Answer: War will continue to exist in all forms until you remove the negativity within yourself. Question 26. When is war justifiable? Answer: never. It is braver and more honourable to lose your life than to take one. Divinity is based on your actions, not on the actions of others. Question 27. So what if a burglar broke into my house and threatened to kill my family? You're basically saying you'd stand back and let it happen, or lose your own life rather than fight to protect those you love. Answer: by all means, peacefully attempt to prevent it, but by intentionally harming or killing the individual, even as a means of defense, will only infect your consciousness with the negativity associated with those actions and thoughts. As previously mentioned, it is your actions that have relevance to your existence, not the actions of others. Question 28. How would God want us to respond to aggression and terrorism? Answer: with compassion, understanding, and forgiveness, as if the perpetrator were your sibling. They will face the laws of the world and the laws of nature. Question 29. Is there any real right or wrong, and how do I know what is right or wrong? Answer: if you are aware of right and wrong, it therefore exists. Reading this book is a cry for guidance from the self, and has chosen you from the multitude. It is advisable to adopt the thoughts of a child and question if an angel would do it. Good consists of all peaceful actions and choices that benefit the less fortunate and purifies the self. Question 30. Do aliens or ghosts exist? Answer: all forms of phenomena are self-manifested for the sole purpose towards personal virtuous growth. Question 31. What do you think would be humanity's reaction to the discovery of extraterrestrial life? Answer: everything within your wildest imagination already exists and can manifest in conjunction with those beliefs. You will manifest whatever is required for your evolution towards good. If everything is your manifestation, the reaction would depend on your morality. All existence transcends from that moral state of being. Therefore, the importance of this guide. Question 32. Should we use a Ouija board in our courts in convictions if we can first retrieve prior questions from the deceased? Answer: no. Our subconscious already knows the answer, as we have manifested the entire scenario. There are no external entities that are not influenced by our thoughts, therefore cannot be used due to this factor. Question 33. Why is there poverty and suffering in the world? Answer: poverty protects us from negativity ourselves. Money spent on anything that does not benefit the less fortunate negatively impacts your existence, including the world and those you love. Therefore, your understanding of suffering is a misconception brought into being by that same negativity. Question 34. What is the relationship between science and religion? Answer: both prevent us from finding our true self. Science must deny anything that cannot be reproduced in a lab. Because we currently do not have the technology, does not mean it does not exist. Religion must deny anything that does not comply with their beliefs to protect that empire, therefore denying God himself to take it away. Question 35. Do all religions lead to God? Answer. There is only good, not God. Religion is a byproduct of ignorance and refusal in believing that you are personally responsible for what happens in life. Question 36. Is current religion serving its purpose? Answer. No, it has lost its way. The simplicity of faith is to be good, do good, and to love. Everything else is meaningless. Question 37. Will religion ever become obsolete? Answer. The cause of religion will evolve with knowledge and wisdom and will be acknowledged as nature. Question 38. What is the purpose of language? Answer. It symbolizes the hindrance in believing in a combined consciousness rather than a single one, as a single language would connect us as one, similar to a single consciousness. There will come a time when a single voice will come to pass and language recognized as a primitive awareness of self and limitations. Question 39. Why are so many people depressed? Answer. They refuse to believe that the world is their manifestation in which they have total control of and of which they remain for an external existence. A negative factor has blinded them from this knowledge, leaving them enslaved in a short existence filled with self-imposed worthless expectations. Question 40. What are we all so afraid of? Answer. Fear is the greatest enemy. It is the thought itself that opens the gates of hell. Having the belief relayed in the last question can help to eliminate it and therefore close the gates, as it is you who manifests all that fear relates to. Question 41. How does one obtain true peace? Answer. By becoming the embodiment of peace in mind and action. Question 42. What does it mean to live in the present moment? Answer. Forgive your past actions by becoming virtuous now. Question 43. What is our greatest distraction? Answer. Oneself. Question 44. What is the purpose of death? Answer. The illusion of death is a byproduct of time and a means of awakening consciousness to another level of enlightenment and understanding. Question 45. What happens to you after you die? Answer. You quantum jump into another existence made up of the choices and actions taken from this existence. Question 46. How can you be sure? Answer. When you purify yourself to an extent, the jumps become visible. Question 47. Do we meet our loved ones after death? Answer. Our subconscious records every word and emotion created by everyone encountered. The unconscious then allocates them in their relevant relationship to you when you next awake. Question 48. How long will you be remembered after you die? Answer. Everything dies when you do. You will materialize a new existence constructed from the belief of your interaction towards those you have affected. Question 49. Since we are made of energy and the laws of physics say that energy cannot be destroyed, does that imply that a part of us must survive death? Answer. There is no death. Your consciousness is infinite. Question 50. If the world were destroyed tomorrow, what would have been the point of anything? It'll have all been for nothing. Answer. If you view the world as a material or physical object, and it gets destroyed, then you assume everything gets destroyed along with it. Example, the planet, the body, all life. Death only exists as a thought because you identify yourself with your body and the material world. There is no death. Your consciousness will manifest a new world based on choices you have made. The point is to learn and grow whilst here and follow the path of good. Every choice and action you make now is most certainly not pointless. It is of the utmost importance as it determines your next existence. Question 51. Does reincarnation exist? Answer. Yes, although it does not necessarily start from birth. You can rematerialize at any age, gender, or historical timeline. Question 52. Describe heaven and how to get there. Answer. The world is your heaven. It can and will become what your expectations of heaven are once you become it. Question 53. What is it that prevents people from living to their full potential? Answer. Distractions and misconception. The only potential that should be reached is purifying oneself. Question 54. What is your one wish for the world? Answer. The world is within you, not external from you. Your wish can only come true by becoming it. Therefore, my wish is to become it. Question 55. What is wisdom and how do we gain it? Answer. It is the knowledge of what good truly consists of. Without becoming it, we can never understand it. Question 56. Is intelligence or wisdom more useful? Answer. Without morality, they are useless. Question 57. How would you define genius? Answer. Anything that helps our moral growth. Question 58. Does the study of philosophy ever lead to answers or simply more questions? Answer. Everything is interpreted by the level of your morality. Question 59. What is the relationship between mind and body? Answer. They are the illusion of a time-based existence. The body enslaves us, and the mind contains nothing but water and fat. The body is also a teacher, as our physical appearance gives guidance from the unconscious. Poor health is a healing process we need to endure until rebalanced. Question 60. To say that my ailment is due to past sin is a shameful and cruel statement and belief. Answer. As much as I used to agree with you, I must stay steadfast to my teaching due to obtaining the ability to see and personally have experienced the whole process. Therefore, as difficult a statement it is, I am obliged by my conscience to take the honest stance. It would be crueler and a greater injustice if I were to withhold the knowledge of the cause that many have sacrificed, suffered, and died for the purpose in reaching the populace, simply to avoid the discontent of some, and leaving a world that constantly seeks a cure. Question 61. What happens next? Answer. The after effects and accumulation of your current actions and choices. Question 62. Why is there something rather than nothing? Answer. Both exist. It is a misconception of time and matter. Question 63. How can I know anything? Answer. You can only know what your choices and actions allow. Question 64. Is free will real or just an illusion? Answer. It is mostly an illusion, but you can direct your thoughts by taking positive actions and choices. Question 65. Does a person's name influence the person they become? Answer. If you allow it to. Question 66. Is sex seen as a negative with regards to enlightenment? Answer. Chastity affects the heart, mind and soul, not just the body. It is a negative emotion of lust that gives way to temptation, leading to the act of sex. Consciousness does not need sex to survive. Therefore, there is no purpose, and it is a meaningless action. The emotion of pure love can help overcome this. Sexual purity or virginity should be respected, as it is a major stepping stone to achieving higher enlightenment. Question 67. How can you say that there is no purpose to sex, and it is a meaningless action? If you are in a loving relationship with someone, it is the most intimate form of being able to express your love with that person, and it's part of nature, which without humanity wouldn't even exist. Answer. Due to my current understanding and awareness of the self, my consciousness has brought me to the realization that, as mentioned, consciousness does not need sex to survive. True, genuine, pure love is the most powerful source of intimacy, not sex. It is love and happiness that feeds the soul. Real intimacy is far more than sex, more than just the physical. It involves emotional and spiritual intimacy and always begins with you, the self. I can fully understand that many will disagree with this view, as lust is the hardest emotion to defeat. But all I ask is that you consider the long-term effects any action is going to have on your consciousness, as having sex is more than just a quick release to satisfy a desire of the flesh or a means of procreation. It affects the mind, body and soul, and has eternal lasting effects that will be forever stored in your consciousness and carried forward. Consciousness is love, light and purity, so by remaining pure can be an essential part of your path to good and reaching inner divinity. Question 68. If I choose to change my life and live in sexual purity from this point onwards, I fear I will be forever alone, as, in today's society, 99% of the population craves sex. Finding someone who shares the same beliefs as me is like finding a needle in a haystack. Answer. This is your journey. You are the creator. Once you come to this realization, you will be aware that you are already whole and complete. There is no desire, need, or want for anything, as it is all within consciousness and love. A relationship is unnecessary, especially a sexual one. If you are destined to meet someone, you will manifest that person into your existence, and the emotion of pure love will help overcome the other emotions. Question 69. What does it mean to live a good life? Answer. It is all down to your interpretation of good, but virtue is eternal good. Endeavour not only to make yourself happy, but most importantly, anyone you have association with, directly or indirectly. You change the world not only by whom you love, but by whom you are loved. Question 70. Is it possible to live a normal life and not ever tell a lie? Answer. Yes. Question 71. Are you saying that you have gone through your whole life and never told a lie then? Answer. No. I have told lies, but since my awakening and the realization that everything comes directly from the self, I am now aware of the true extent of the action and the amount of negativity the act of lying has on my consciousness, and now endeavour not to lie. So it is indeed possible. False words or lying is a choice. Always aim to be truthful and honest at all times, as it creates positivity within and is a major step towards the path to goodness. Question 72. What if someone who is truly ugly asks for your honest opinion? Answer. Once we begin to acknowledge and marvel at the beauty of our creation, everything is beautiful. We must then question the cause and reason to our perception. Question 73. How difficult is it for you to be honest, even when your words may be hurtful or unpopular? Answer. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with positivity, but endeavour to prevent honesty with malice. Words have the power to both destroy and heal. Question 74. If you could become immortal on the condition you would never be able to die or kill yourself, would you choose immortality? Answer. You are immortal. More importantly, the choice you should take more consideration about is the condition of your immortality. Question 75. With what authority can you say we are eternal? Answer. I have personally experienced it through the manipulation of time, and therefore am aware that time does not exist as we know it. Question 76. What actions in your life will have the longest reaching consequences? How long will those effects be felt? Answer. Positive actions of which will last an eternity. Question 77. Where do you find meaning in your life? Answer. Everywhere and in everything and in every positive action. Also, in finding personal attainment by those actions. Follow the good path and it will direct you there. Question 78. If you could teach everyone in the world one concept, what concept would have the biggest positive impact on humanity? Answer: that life is eternal and the direction it takes is solely yours. Question 79. What do you attribute the biggest successes in your life to? How about your largest failures? Answer: sowing the seeds of peace and love. Not doing so. Question 80. Why do humans matter? Answer: you matter, as you are their creator, and you create a new world in response to your interactions with them. Question 81. What are the greatest quality humans possess? Answer: love and forgiveness. Question 82. Why are humans so fallible? Answer: we must believe we control our emotions, not otherwise. Question 83. What life-altering things should every human ideally get to experience at least once in their lives? Answer: the awareness of being more than the five senses. Question 84. What other senses do we possess, other than the basic five we know? Answer: we have perception, intuition, dreams, telekinesis, telepathy, and ESP, to name but a few. Your abilities are limitless, of which are only held back by your belief in limitations. When you come to the realization that everything comes from the self, you will be able to harness the full power of these other dormant senses, abilities which will all become heightened as a result of your awakening and positive actions. Question 85. Is humanity headed in the right or wrong direction? Answer: focus on the direction you want to go, be it good or bad, and the world will follow, as the world is your manifestation, no one else's. Question 86. What should be the goal of humanity? Answer: to be a heavenly body. Question 87. How will humans as a species go extinct? Answer: when you evolve. Question 88. Why do humans have such a strong urge to distract ourselves from the real world? Answer: so, you have found a real world? Question 89. Do human accomplishments have long-term meaning? Answer: everything has a meaning, as much as they do within a dream. Everything you do sculpts the world you manifest. What you see as this current world is the way it is because of the choices you have made, consciously and unconsciously. Question 90. Is it possible for a human to fathom the true depth of reality and existence? Answer: yes. By having open-mindedness and self-belief, there is nothing more important than achieving the ability to differentiate positivity from negativity and gaining knowledge to comprehend that both are your guardians. Question 91. Do you believe in omens, good or bad? And if so, why? Answer: Yes, but not via material objects. Example, 7 years bad luck if you break a mirror, or good luck if a black cat crosses your path. Everything comes directly from the self. Your subconscious alerts you via signs and omens, manifestations from you in your surroundings, example nature, to help guide you on the correct path. It is up to you to look out for these signs or omens and interpret them. Do not interpret your omen in the negative nature relayed, but rather how personally interpreted, as it is the belief one has in the omen that creates the effect or outcome. The answers are always there. You just have to be aware, accepting, and accustomed to them. Question 92. Why do we dream? Answer. A dream is a window to your soul. It is a glimpse into your consciousness. Never undermine a dream, as it reveals visions from your subconscious, showing you where that state of mind lies, and possible projections from the unconscious which become the building blocks of the new you. Basically, your next awakening or rebirth. Question 93. What are you capable of achieving? Answer. Capabilities are limitless. Question 94. What do you think your future self will remember about you now? Answer. I wish I had known then what I know now. Question 95. How do you define consciousness? Answer. A primitive awareness of self. Question 96. Is the meaning of life the same for animals and humans, and how conscious do you think animals are? Answer. An animal is an extension of the self, as a finger to your hand. Whatever you become, so will the animal. Animals are as conscious as the depth of your own awareness towards it. Question 97. What is the reason for the manifestation of animals or wildlife? Answer. Your unconscious is so intricate and meticulous to the extent that it has manifested wildlife as a byproduct in establishing an ecosystem of existence. Question 98. If there is zero chance that all your firmly and deeply held beliefs are true, which of your beliefs are most likely to be wrong and which are most liable to be true? Answer. If the things you do are good deeds that bring peace and happiness, then they can never be wrong. Question 99. Is the concept of you continuous, or does past you continually fade into present and future you? In other words, what part of you sticks around over time, considering that the atoms that make up your body are constantly being replaced and your memories are always changing? Answer. You only consist of now. Question 100. Why do we resist doing things that we know are good for our well-being, while craving things that are detrimental to our well-being? Answer. Choices are made by the depth of your morality. Question 101. What is your reaction towards people who are outspoken about your beliefs and call you crazy, weird, heartless and cruel due to the certain beliefs they do not agree with? Answer. The outspoken are voices from your subconscious, of which without would inhibit your progress. It is that voice that directs you through the storm. They are your guides as much as you are theirs. Endeavour to refrain in defining I and they, as it is one and the same. Question 102. Who am I? Answer. No one restricts you from whatever you desire to be. There is no one who knows that answer better than you, as it was you who created you. Question 103. How can anyone create themselves? Answer. The realm that is currently outside of your comprehension has no beginning, end, or time. It consists of now. What you therefore do and think at this moment will establish who you are. This will include a perceived timeline or memory of your past. Everything you believe to be a fixed timeline is constantly changing right now. Question 104. Are we all connected? Answer. Nothing is connected to you. Everything is you. Question 105. I know what I desire, therefore, why don't I have it? Answer. From whom do you seek it? Because you already have everything you need, you're just unaware of it. If a desire destabilizes pure intentions with impurities, your unconscious self will redirect that decision or choice, which would mean that your pure self is preventing you from obtaining that desire for good reason outside of your conscious awareness. Question 106. That's convenient. Why would I erase that awareness? Answer. Because you refuse to take personal responsibility for your limitless existence and are in denial to the likelihood that you are the creator of everything. Question 107. If that's the case, why wouldn't I have created a perfect personal existence? Answer. Because you lack the awareness of differentiating positive and negative behaviorisms. Your actions and choices are the building blocks that sculpt the existence you wish for. Question 108. How do I find that awareness? Answer. As you refuse to believe in your own abilities, you therefore manifest external bodies like myself to give you the knowledge and tools needed to complete the task. What you do with it is your judgment. You've manifested everything around you as a guide. It all has its purpose. Question 109. I'm a good person, but all my prayers go in vain. I've followed your guide, but at times still find myself seeking happiness. Answer. It is good intentions and actions that guide you rather than prayer. Continue with the good intentions. Be patient, as change will come. You need to also train the mind to reject negative thoughts and beliefs. Immediately do or think something cheerful or positive when a negative thought enters the mind. This action, with time, will recondition the mind patterns, reducing the frequency and length of the misguided thoughts. Question 110. What's my purpose? Answer. To show light to those parts that are unaware of its existence, to heal thyself, to find personal happiness, as when you find that, the world will follow, because you are that world. Question 111. How do I get to heaven? Answer. You need to create it, build it from its foundations. Heaven is simply a man-made word for seeking peace and happiness. Be the peace the world seeks and the happiness it yearns. You will then find that as you look around, you will see heaven. Question 112. Are you suggesting that heaven isn't the place? Answer. This is heaven. You are heaven. But as you refuse to take responsibility in its construction, you leave it in the state of neglect. Question 113. What if I believed otherwise? Answer. If you believe heaven to be a physical place, you have a choice of either consciously being in heaven here and now, witnessing and interacting with its wonders, or repeatedly waiting for death as a means of entering a place you'll never be conscious of. If you envisage heaven as an emotion, you can begin to learn how to control and harness that nature. Keep in mind that your world is part structured by your beliefs. Question 114. How can I be sure? Answer. I can only show you the photos, videos, witnesses, and the good works I promote. But that is my journey. Once you have studied these writings and events, you can trial them yourself and witness the results of your own personal journey and awaken the wonders that dormantly await you. Question 115. Why should I bother believing you or acknowledge anything you say? Answer. First of all, you wouldn't know of me, be listening or asking questions if you hadn't been subconsciously seeking answers, as there are no coincidences. Secondly, was it not you who found me, or has the knowledge you seek become manifest? Thirdly, this interpretation of me only exists within the confinements of your personal world or existence. I am merely an extension of you, the Self. Question 116. Is this the start of some new religion? Answer. This is simply nature, your nature. It is a direction you can take to see your full potential and the importance of who you are. You are so much greater than you lead yourself to believe. Question 117. Why should I forgive? Answer. Once you come to the realization of the concept that there is nothing external from you, that everything is you, any animosity towards another is animosity towards yourself. Therefore, by forgiving, you forgive yourself. Once this view of existence is put into practice, it promotes self-awareness, which in turn sets in motion nature's processes to eliminate the suffering that surrounds you, bringing outer and inner peace. Question 118. Did I have a choice in being born? Answer. There is nothing that manipulates your life other than you. Question 119. Where was I prior to birth? Answer. Exactly where you are now, as time does not exist in the realm of which you speak. Life begins and ends right now. Question 120. Do we exist at all? Answer. This is your existence. This moment can be manipulated to become whatever. When you start the process of changing yourself for the better, there will be moments that show you that this act alone can manipulate time, that would suggest that what you did yesterday could be erased. Therefore, in part, you did not exist within that timeline. When you then eliminate time altogether, you do and do not exist simultaneously. Question 121. Do we have a soul? Answer: you are that soul or force. You only die in the eyes of others, or perceived to separate from the solid form. There is no two of anything, just a single force or self, giving the impression of separation. Your soul, force, energy, etc., has chosen the current state you see it as because it fits the current moment you exist at. Question 122. What's the purpose of childbirth? Answer: every life force that interacts with you activates or triggers a series of emotions within you. It is you manifesting what's required. Question 123. If everyone will be dead in the end, what's the point of teaching them? Answer: life's eternal. Nobody is taught anything outside of their own manifestation. We are the teacher we seek. Question 124. You mention interaction with angels. What are they? Answer: they are a surge of positive energy. Question 125. What do they look like? Answer: whatever you want that energy to look like. Question 126. What form have you seen them take? Answer: mostly orbs, like the fairy from Wizard of Oz, but keep in mind that I use the word angel as a comparison due to the purity that accompanies the appearance or manifestations. It is the purity rather than the image that we should concern ourselves with. Question 127. Can you expand on that purity? Answer: very childlike senses, playful, cheerful, in tune with everything virtuous. It has no sense of impurities, other than feeling it like the void of rising air below the wings of a bird, therefore changing direction to get back in the uplift. Question 128. Where are they from? Answer: your good self. Question 129. What's their purpose? To connect you with your higher self, a material reminder of purpose, ability, and goal. Question 130. How can I also see them? Answer: do not fear the experience. Believe in yourself and what you are about to see, but most importantly, at that moment, cleanse yourself of all impurities and then think, send, and receive love. At that point, look up and witness either a bright, beautiful light slowly glide above, a stationary light, or a multitude of them. But the experience is personal to the seer and can take many forms. You will know when you see or witness it. When you do, enlightening others of your experience and continued positive self-change will promote and open more wonders. Question 131. Are they always visible? Answer: they are visible when you are serene and inviting. There are many moments we think we are, but at times there is something outside our awareness disrupting our inner peace, which will prevent the visible appearance, but may appear if a photo is taken. That force is always with you, as it is an extension of you. Question 132. Do demons exist? Answer: as previously stated, everything imaginable can become manifest. You are the key that sets them free, good or bad. It is simply a negative emotion or thought that you project into what you perceive as the real world. Fear then takes control due to the belief that it's an external force and feeds the whole experience into a frenzy. Question 133. How can I prevent myself from setting the demons free? Answer. Imagine all the negative action and thoughts that a demon may have and eliminate any of those behaviorisms within yourself. Secondly, eliminate being fearful or spreading anything associated with fear, as fear is an emotion that seeds negativity and gives birth to it. As soon as you believe that you are about to have a fearful thought, immediately ignore it and redirect that thought to a cheerful or good one. If you can achieve doing that, I can assure you that no demon will ever darken your doors again. Good is not a simple emotion. It is the most powerful weapon you have against demonic or negative energies. And if you can come to the belief that they also originate from your good self, you will have total control over them, or that force. I tell you this because I have achieved it. Question 134. Does the angel and demon flow from the same source? Answer. Yes, you. Therefore, whatever emotion you have towards it becomes the energy that fills it. Prior to our interaction, it is just a dormant force waiting to be activated by our emotions. Question 135. What is your purpose? Answer. My purpose is specific to each and every one of you, and the result of that choice can only come from you. I merely sow the seed. Question 136. You've said we manipulate time. If that's the case, would it mean that what I did yesterday can be erased? If so, I should then be able to get away with doing anything. Answer. Our actions and choices act like what we digest. At a point, there will be no trace of what we ate, but its residue will affect the nature of our health. Therefore, erasing the action does not prevent the repercussions. Question 137. You've said that our feelings are more than simple emotions. Could you expand on that? Answer. Imagine every emotion as being switches on a panel directly in front of you. Each one you push sets in motion a series of events. For instance, if we push the switch called jealousy, we not only activate that emotion, we set in motion a string of events that have association with it, or shall we say accompany it, such as anger, depression, anxiety, worry, fear, hate, vengeance, etc. They in return set in motion their own associated emotions until you are left with a scenario of which you are totally out of control. Therefore, our aim is to prevent activating any of the negative switches. Question 138. What does God look like? Answer. Like that good deed you recall and that love you were shown. Question 139. You once said you took a peek through the window that looks into heaven. What does it look like? Answer. If we both look through the same window, we would see a different heaven. When you have a moment, write down what your perfect heaven would incorporate and look like. Thereafter, to enter that heaven, you simply must become that which you have written. Question 140. How can I change the world? Answer. Become the love that you do not receive. Become the peace you seek. Become that strength that others deny you. Show others the good within you, so they no longer have to wait for a promise of seeking those traits in an afterlife. Question 141. There are times I feel suicidal. Answer. Death does not exist. The act of taking one's life becomes a personal choice, not an end, and will only add to your confusion and discontentment. Question 142. Your reply to suicide comes across as being a cruel statement, as all those with this intention believe it will give eternal peace. Answer. Your world seeks peace, as do the loved ones constantly left behind. Without you to heal them, they remain enslaved in a confused existence. Question 143. How can you put that burden on a single person? Answer. I am the echo that returns from their screams into that dark tunnel and the replies of a script each of us have once written from a forgotten existence. Responsibility is always ours. Everything you see in the physical world is not different from the non-physical. They are just different aspects of perception, not miracles.